friends, welcome back to video number 5 in our 11 video playlist series discussing the top common struggles that people tend to have on a raw vegan diet. When I polled my Instagram, I asked, and one of the top 11 struggles is gut issues. So gas, bloating, digestive problems, digestive upset. Let's talk about all of that in this video. Thank you so much for joining me again for another video in this video playlist series. If you're enjoying these videos, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the little bell if you want to grab notifications for any new videos that come out. And don't forget to grab the ultimate raw vegan bundle. This bundle only happening once in 2023, and it's only here until May 11th. So if you want to grab the raw bundle, now is your chance. And if you want to grab my brand new hand salads ebook of all of my raw wrap recipes, that is in the bundle right now. So go grab the bundle, click the link in the description box below, scroll through the website, see all the brand new stuff you're getting. This bundle is unique because we all contributed something brand new to it, never before released. So you won't have anything that's in this bundle until you buy the bundle, then you'll have it all. And it's only $50. If you were to buy everyone's new stuff separately, it would cost over $1,700. So we're giving it all to you. We're launching it all in the bundle for $50. So click that link in the description box below and grab it before it's gone. A lot of people say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next day. But then May 11th is gonna come like that and you're gonna forget and you'll miss the bundle. We don't have it up again after. So if you want it, now's your chance. Pause the video, go to the link in the description box below and grab your bundle, then come back and watch the rest of the video. All right, today we're gonna be talking about digestive issues and my favorite topic, the gut microbiome. If you are starting a raw vegan diet and you're coming from a diet that's low fiber, which would be processed packaged foods, animal products, a lot of oils, these kinds of diets are very low in fiber, especially if you're not eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Moving over to a raw vegan diet where you're eating a huge amount of fiber can be uncomfortable. Not everybody can go raw overnight, and that's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Don't expect perfection overnight because you have to work with your gut microbiome. You can't force it to all of a sudden eat 80 grams of fiber in a day. You really need to go slow in many cases. Lots of people are coming from a diet like this and they need time, they need consistency, they need repetition, and they need variety to help build up their gut microbiome. Now, when you start adding more raw food, you start to grow your microbiome. And your microbiome digests fibers and they can cause gas and bloating if you have way too much of these foods in your diet too fast. It's not that these foods are bad or they're not human food or whatever. These foods only irritate those with weaker guts. So the goal is to go slow with your current diet. Obviously, get out the animal products, get out the processed food, and get out all the oils. Start working on that, and then start slowly increasing your fiber variety and your fiber volume. This is really going to help grow your microbiome and help your microbiome to produce more short-chain fatty acids, which it produces by digesting the whole fiber from the foods that you're eating. So the short-chain fatty acids are extremely anti-inflammatory, and because they're acids, short-chain fatty acids, and acids aren't bad for you in the body. Fatty acids, amino acids, we need the acids. So they're okay in this form. These fatty acids actually produce an environment that is unfriendly to the bad bacteria. So having more short-chain fatty acids is actually helpful to our gut ecology. And the more you grow your microbiome, the more short-chain fatty acids they produce, and the less likely you will have other bacteria overgrowth that is undesirable, not meant to be in there. Another thing that the short-chain fatty acids does is feed your colonocytes, the colon cells in your body, to heal and repair things like leaky gut. So adding more fiber, do it slowly if you have challenges, helps your colon to heal itself and to seal any of those holes like leaky gut, like I said. So they're really important. It's important to start slow because most people are coming from a diet where their gut microbiome is weak. And I just read an article a little while ago that was talking about how our microbiome is technically endangered. The way that we eat, the way that we live, the things that we drink and do and think, even our sedentary lifestyle, our lack of sleep, our high stress modern life, these are all affecting our microbiome. All the antibiotics and sanitizers and everything too, that's affecting our microbiome as well. And our microbiomes are becoming endangered. Low fiber diets are endangering our microbiome. It's so important that we add more variety and we add more fiber to not starve them. We need to feed them. And they're becoming endangered. Like, that's a scary thing. Our gut is more of us than we are human cells. There's more of them than there are human cells in our body. Super important to feed them. So when you think of feeding your body, think of feeding them as well, because they are part of us and they require plant fiber in its whole form is the best form for them. So add more plants and go slowly. We value biodiversity in our forests, right? A lot of us are against monocropping, right? I mean, let's be honest. We don't like the monocropping. We like biodiversity. We like forests that are full of life and different species of plants and animals and insects and fungi and all kinds of really cool stuff in our forests. That's what creates a beautiful ecology that works synergistically together. When you have a monocrop field of wheat, there's not going to be as much life there as there would be in a beautiful, diverse forest. So if we value biodiversity in our forest because it's alive and it requires biodiversity, we should have the same value on our gut microbiome. And our gut microbiome is more diverse when we eat more diversity of plants. So adding small amounts of more things is much better than having a huge amount of just a few things. We want to have more variety in our diets, and having salads with a bunch of different ingredients can be helpful to growing your microbiome. And the thing is, people are not used to that yet. So starting slow with the few ingredients, but adding more, like don't stay in the few ingredient theory of diet. And don't stay in diet minimalism. Start adding smaller amounts of other fibers and other varieties into what you're currently eating, and slowly over time increase it. And when I say start slow, I mean start slow. Like if broccoli irritates your gut, don't start with 2 cups of broccoli. Start with a tablespoon chopped, maybe in a smoothie or sprinkled on a salad. The key is to be consistent. If you buy a plant and you water it once, it's probably not going to survive because it needs water consistently. If you try to grow your gut microbiome and you feed it once, I mean, it's not going to flourish the way you want it to if you stop feeding it. So the goal is to feed more often. So have that 1 tablespoon of broccoli every day in your salad. And then after about 2 or 3 weeks, increase it to 2 tablespoons and see how you feel. And then maybe introduce a new food to it. So you're still doing your 2 tablespoons of broccoli, but you add a tablespoon of, say, shredded cabbage or maybe carrots, if that's one that causes issues for you. But start slow. This is not a race. It's not a race. It's about working with your microbiome and giving it only enough to grow, to stimulate the growth, but not so much that it overpowers you and you get all this gas and bloating and pain. That's the key here, is the slow and be consistent with it. It's like going to the gym. I like to compare our gut microbiome to muscles because they are very similar in this analogy. In order to grow muscle, you have to put it under tension. And you're gonna get sore, but you injure yourself if you do too much, right? So you don't want to injure your microbiome or cause all this gas and bloating. Gotta start slow. So if you haven't gone to the gym for a really long time, you want to maybe start with the 5 or 10 pound weights, right? Do that for a couple weeks and then increase to the 12s. Do that for a couple weeks. And as you increase your weight slowly, you increase your muscle strength slowly. The same goes for your microbiome. If you want to grow your microbiome, you have to start slowly and work your way up. Again, it's not a competition. You're not trying to eat 7 cups of broccoli right off the bat. You don't even need to eat 7 cups of broccoli. You just need to eat more variety and have all of these foods in your diet to grow a healthy microbiome. And the number one top indicator for gut diversity and gut health is the variety of plants that is in one's diet. So the more variety that you're eating, the healthier and stronger your gut microbiome is going to be. And this is backed by science. And yes, it's a new realm of science, but it's there and it's showing us, and the studies are showing that the more variety that we eat, the stronger our microbiome becomes. And I've done my own testing on my gut microbiome as well. And as predicted, the more variety I added to my diet, the higher my microbiome score became and the more diverse my gut microbiome became. Now, when I took my first microbiome test in 2021, that score had a diversity score of about 95%. And that's probably because I've been eating an abundance of raw food for, at that point, it was about 7.5 years. But a year after that, I took the test again after adding sunchokes, which I never ate, asparagus, which I never ate, more garlic, more onions, more inulin-rich foods, more fennel seeds, all these foods that I never ate during those first 7.5 years as a raw vegan. I added them in and my gut score went up. My diversity score is now at 99%, which is pretty high if you ask me. So I feel like I have done my body such a service by increasing the variety of foods that I eat. And I did it slowly. And I hope that you can too. Work with where you're at instead of trying to eat all kinds of variety all right off the bat. It's going to be challenging for people, again, who are coming from a lower fiber diet. And it's not just diet that affects the microbiome. Your sleep schedule is a big factor, your exercise, and your stress levels. These are 3 big parts of the health of your microbiome. So not only do we need to be eating more variety of plants, but we also need to lower our stress, we need to get our sleep schedule on point, and we need to exercise more, get moving, because that has been scientifically proven to grow our microbiome. We need to exercise. So with that said, I've got 5 quick tips to share with you here in this video if you're having issues with excessive gas. Number 1 is to go slow. And we just talked about that, but I want to reiterate it. You have to go slow when you're increasing your fiber intake, because that's how you know you've consumed more than your gut microbiome can deal with, is when you have excessive amounts of gas or bloating. That's one reason that you might have excess gas, is because you just ate way too much fiber for your gut to be able to handle it at that time. And again, it's not because these foods are not human food or that they irritate you in some way. It's just that you ate more than your microbiome can handle. It's like asking somebody to work overtime when they need an extra helper or something. So like, it's about growing your microbiome so you can eat that wider variety. You can eat more volume of raw food as well. So go slow. That would probably be the number 1 tip. Go slow. Trust the process. Be consistent. This is really going to help. The second thing I would say, and this could really tie for first, is chew your food. Chew your food well, thoroughly. If you're wolfing your food down and eating too fast, then this is going to contribute greatly to your gas and bloating. Another thing that ties into this is vacuum blending. It's kind of a bonus tip. Vacuum blending really helps. If you're eating a lot of smoothies and sauces like dressings, you're using your blender multiple times a day, I would suggest investing in a vacuum blender like the BioChef or the DynaPro. There's a few of them out there. I would suggest investing in a vacuum blender, because when you are blending regularly, you're just blending a bunch of air into your smoothie. Like, have you ever noticed how it grows? It's not growing. It's actually, there's a bunch of air in there and you're drinking that air and the air is going to go somewhere, right? And most of the time it goes out the other side. So having a vacuum blender greatly reduces the excessive air that you're drinking or eating in your sauces. Like if you're drinking smoothies, eating your sauces on your salad, this is going to really help those who have excessive amounts of gas and bloating who are already eating a lot of smoothies and salads. So sometimes just switching to a vacuum blender can help. Then we have less talking, less drinking, and more focus and more slowing down. If you're drinking a lot of water in your meals or you're talking a lot, this can affect your digestion. If you're talking a lot, you're gonna swallow a lot of air. Also, if you're talking a lot, you're probably not chewing enough either. So try to limit the amount of time you're talking while you're eating. And I know that's challenging when you're in a social situation, but too much talking can cause gas and bloating after. Have you ever gone to like a restaurant or a friend's place and you sat at the table for like 2 hours after eating and you didn't move? That's the next tip, movement. But you didn't move and you talked for hours and you talked while you're eating and then you get up and you're like, I have like a rock in my stomach. Even if you ate like a really super healthy meal, sometimes it's not the food. Most of the time, it's your mechanics. Like, did you chew enough? Did you take your time? Did you slow down? Did you not talk? Did you not drink tons of water or other drinks in it? Like, did you move after? These are all physical things that you can do aside from choosing proper fuel is the mechanics of digestion. This is the physical part that we need to do in order to have optimal digestion. So we gotta chew. We gotta move after meals. The next step is moving after meals. If you find that you typically have a rock, go for a walk. Nate and I do go for walks. We don't do it every night, but sometimes we'll go for a walk after. Get everything moving in there if that's going to help. So get up and move and don't drink so much water or other liquids with your food because that dilutes your digestive juices. The best time to have water, which we should be drinking in abundance as well, is in between meals. So like maybe a half hour before you eat or first thing in the morning, that's the best time to have water. And if you are okay with the urinating in the middle of the night, you could have a little bit of water before bed. But the best time is first thing in the morning and between meals. That's when you should be drinking your liquids. And then with your meals, you could have a little bit if you need a sip just to wash it down, have a couple sips, but don't drink it like you know, some people are drinking a whole thing of water or soda or whatever they're drinking, and this is causing a lot of issues with your digestion. Also, slowing down and taking your time. And the final tip would be practicing gratitude for your meal and maybe doing a meditation before eating, because stress affects our digestion. Like if you're having an argument with someone or you had a stressful day at work or any form of stress at all can impact our digestion. So finding balance, obviously we need to fuel ourselves, but if we're stressed out, then it would be wise to maybe slow down, practice the gratitude, stop and take a few minutes to really meditate with yourself and try to calm down. Maybe do some breathing techniques or breathing exercises, maybe do a couple stretches, or do your prayers. Prayers or gratitude is really good for calming you down before a meal as well. And it puts you in a good mental state too. So it helps your body to relax so it can digest better, because we all know what happens when we eat when we're stressed out. That can cause a lot of gas and bloating too, even though we might be just eating fruit or a nice salad. That can cause gas and bloating if we're stressed out. So hopefully this video helped someone out there. Don't forget to go grab your downloads from the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle that is going on right now, but it ends soon. It's ending on May 11th. So if you want to get my brand new wrap ebook, my brand new ebook I wrote with Chef AJ, Nate's Kitchen Essentials course, and everyone else's content that's all new for 50 bucks, go to the link in the description box below and see everything you're getting for $50. Again, this bundle is only happening once. this year. So this is the 2023 Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. And next year, if we do it next year, it'll be totally different. So if you want the wrap book and you want all the other stuff that you're getting, get it now before it's gone, because after May 11th, you won't be able to buy it ever again this way. So please go check it out. You can also check out the live event schedule on the website. In the top corner, it says live event schedule. And this is going to have all the lives that we're doing with each other, because this bundle event is here for you to help you answer your questions and go over some common topics and struggles and help you to eat more raw food. You do not need to be a raw vegan to enjoy the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. Just add more raw food to your life, add more fiber, add more freshness. It's so good. Anyone can enjoy this bundle. So check it out, link in description. We'll be back tomorrow for video 6. So until then, fruit on.